Okay. Hi, how
Hello.
are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. Okay, we're here for our pre-conference for a lesson that you're going to teach later on today. It's early in the morning. So can you just basically describe to me what your lesson is going to be about?
Okay, so we're going to be focusing, Dominique has a hard time with comprehension, that's her focus. My main focus and concern for her. So today's lesson we're going to be identifying cause and effect relationships in a non-fiction informational text. Cause and effect is something that we have not worked on so far, so this will be the first time. We've discussed it informally during lessons, but nothing where she's going to be organizing the information.
Okay, so that's basically your rationale. I'm thinking the cause and effect with comprehension, this is really something that she needs to work on. Is this I would imagine up at the upper grades at elementary school, this is something that they practice often.
You know what, she hasn't really said too much about it. I noticed too in her retelling during class, during tutoring sessions, and also on the critical reading inventory that she had difficulty. She was able to identify one part, but then had difficulty defining either the effects or the other way around.
Okay, so let me see something, because if I look at the objectives, paragraph, chapter, or sections fits overall structure of the text and contributes to the development of ideas. And the development ideas, all of this, the structure being cause and effect? Okay. So put a little reminder there. Okay. As you envision the lesson, what do you see yourself doing to produce student outcomes?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, before we start, we're going to discuss what cause and effect relationship is, provide her with an example just so that before she reads she knows what to kind of look for. Then she's going to be reading silently. I'm going to have her stop throughout the book to check for comprehension. And then after that, she's going to identify any information that she already knows. So the book we're reading is hurricanes. So it's going to be information about hurricanes. So what causes them and the effects they have. So she's going to read the book silently, and then after she's going to record her information on the graphic organizer, the cause and effect. So that's where she's going to input her information. Since this is the first time that we're actually digging deeper into this skill, I'm going to have her refer to the text to help her. So I'll provide her, we're going to stop, after she gets done reading, we're going to go back, and then I'm going to provide her with one cause and one effect from the story, so that she can see exactly what I'm looking for. So I'll model the first one to her. And then after that, she's going to fill in the rest, and then from my assessment, I have to identify at least 3 cause and effect relationships independently. So that's not including the one that I'm already doing. Okay. So she should have at least a total of 4.
Okay, sounds good.
And I have an extra one there just in case she has more information.
Okay, and what will you see your 2D be doing so you know that she's actually reaching what you hope to be your assessment goal?
Okay, I'm going to be, I'll be there watching her, monitoring her. If I notice that she's struggling, she's very verbal, and I think that we have a good relationship, so I know that if she does have a hard time, she'll say to me, I'm not really sure, or hopefully she'll say to me, I'm having difficulty, can you help me? She's very good at, she doesn't become frustrated. She's one of those students where she does ask for help. So hopefully, she'll be, if she is struggling, but I'll be able to also see with her body language and observation if she is struggling.
Okay, so the sequencing looks very good. Your organizational criteria looks good. How can I help you specifically to meeting your goals as a teacher and her goals as a student? Okay.
Well, my one thing that I know that I need help with is to not provide her with too much information.
Okay.
I oftentimes tend to kind of steer her in the way of the answer, which I know isn't benefiting her any. And also I have a hard time too when I ask a question, kind of turning it around and asking it again before she can get frustrated, which I don't give her enough time. So my focus is how can I not provide her with too much information when we're going through the lesson. And
do you think that struggle will be shown in this activity here?
I think hopefully it won't. I mean that's something I'm trying to work on, but I don't want like when she's identifying the cause and the effect, she'll identify the cause, and then I don't want to give her too much information, like, oh, well, this is the cause, what could be an effect, just kind of let her go, and then we'll go over it after. I want her to be able to work independently and kind of do things on her own.
Because you will have already modeled, so
Yes.
you would expect through the modeling that she should be able to do it on her own.
Yes.
So what do you think that you can do to prevent yourself from her? I can see her putting down her cause, and then maybe you want to talk about it, and maybe especially if she's trying to work it out right here in this box where it says effect. How can you stop yourself basically from what you've seen yourself or think you're doing in the past, and that is maybe guiding her?
Well, one of the things too is when I ask questions, I tend to give the answers. So maybe if I just write down the questions I'm going to ask and then just stop there, so that it's kind of like a visual for me. This is what I'm asking, and just let her answer. So that's hopefully one thing that I'll be able to do that will help.
Okay, and are you a visual learner?
I am. I am.
So.
I am. I need to see things. So that's why I figure if I write down the questions, which, that'll be done before she reads the book, so therefore I know where I'm going to stop her, and then ask her the question, and then write down and record her answer, and then just stop there.
Okay, so is there any like sign or signal that you can put after the question to remind yourself to stop?
Well, I'm gonna have listed the page numbers of the exact questions I'm going to be asking, so that'll help too as a visual. This is where I need to stop, and this is the page number. But I could also maybe, I don't know. That's where I have a hard time, is deciding what I could do to stop myself. So that's, if you could provide me with suggestions for that.
What do you normally do when you want to stop something? Because if you think about it, you'd have, like, not you personally, but we all have markers in our world. So we have to, we do have to remind ourselves to stop. Yeah.
Maybe like a little, like if I just write the word stop, or kind of like draw a circle like a stop sign and put stop, so I know this is where we're stopping.
It's kind of like a little reminder.
Yes.
And to make sure that you look at it, And I think that will happen as you read the question, and then with not only the page number as a marker to stop, but by making the stop sign, we respect the stop sign. So maybe that'll...
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. And look at the paper and give her that processing time that maybe she needs.
Okay. I'm just going to write that note down.
Okay.
Is there anything that I could maybe do on this to kind of help me?
Well, if you make a copy for yourself, I think, and then have this here, and maybe write across model like you told me. If you're following the question here, then what do you think you can do on the cause and effect to remind you that processing is happening, that your role as a teacher is kind of like to sit back right now and see if she can do it independently?
I guess maybe just observe her and kind of just let her go and not do anything. I could maybe even fill out one for myself while she's working, so that I'll have my answers, and then maybe we can compare, so she can see that I'm doing the same thing also with her. That might be, so that I'll keep my mouth
that's
quiet,
good.
so therefore she can work. That could maybe work as a
That would be really
idea.
Interesting, yeah.
Okay.
I think the kids like it too.
When they see you doing the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that would be interesting to compare them.
Right. Okay. That's good.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
All right.
Alright, so, and, is there anything as far as her reaction? Like, you're doing this, you're processing this, you definitely have a plan. How will you basically judge from her reaction to know that your directions have been understood, and that you too have your task?
I'll be able to see too when she's filling out the graphic organizer if she is struggling with it and she seems to be having a hard time, like she can identify the cause and has a hard time with the effect, or can identify the effect and has a hard time. I'll be able to see that when she's working. So I will continually be constantly observing her and making sure that she's okay. And I'll ask her periodically throughout too, are you having difficulty? Are you okay? Do you need help? And just kind of see how it goes from there.
Okay, and what if she says she needs help?
Well, if she says need, I'll try and guide her without giving the answer.
Okay.
So, you know, think about this answer that you have, what could lead you to that kind of
Okay.
thing without saying, well, I think it's here, or look on this page, because that's what I tend to do. So,
Okay.
Alright,
That's the
alright.
plan.
That sounds like a good plan too.
Okay.
Alright, well I look forward to watching that.
Okay.
Alright, good luck.
All right,
Let me
thank
know. Yeah, you bet.